Hi dear friends, good morning to all. Myself Bhauseb Sonone, Assistant Professor, Department of Chemistry, Gokhale Education Society's Arts, Commerce and Science College, Java, District Palghar. Dear friends, in the previous part of the video of this lecture series, we discussed about the chemical kinetics. Actually, we have started the chemical kinetics second topic, in which the study of kinetics of complex reaction is to be carried out. So dear friends, in the previous part we discussed about the chemical kinetics of complex reaction, and in that part we discussed about what is meant by complex reaction and what are the different types of the complex reaction. In the study of types of complex reaction, we discussed about various types of complex reaction like reversible or opposing reaction. Second type is called as conjugative, or which is also called as sequential chemical reaction, and the third type of complex reaction is called as the side or the parallel type of complex reaction. Dear friends, in that part we also discussed about the kinetics of this type of the complex reaction, and we tried to define the rate of this type of the complex reaction in terms of their rate constant. So today, dear friends, in this part of this lecture we are going to discuss about the rate of chemical reaction, particularly complex reaction, with the help of a particular equation which gives the effect of temperature on the rate of chemical reaction. Because you already might be well known about, there are various factors which affect the rate of reaction, like concentration of reactant, temperature, again catalyst. So these are the some factors which affect the rate of reaction. But apart from all these factors, one of the important factor that we call it as the temperature, it also affect the rate of reaction to more extent or at large. And how the rate of reaction is affected by, or how the rate of reaction depends upon the temperature, it is given by the equation. That equation is called as the Arrhenius equation. So dear friends, today we will discuss about the effect of temperature on the rate of reaction with the help of equation called as Arrhenius equation. What is Arrhenius equation? What is the assumptions or the observations given by Arrhenius equation? Actually, Arrhenius is the name of scientist. According to the Arrhenius, he stated that any chemical reaction always take place by the formation of some intermediate that we call it as the activated complex or the transition state. What is the activated complex transition state? That we will discuss later on. But whenever any chemical reaction take place, means whenever any reactant get converted into product, then it always take place through the formation of activated complex, or also called as a transition state. Unless and until activated complex is not formed or the transition state is not formed, there is no formation of product. So conversion of reactant directly into product is not possible. First of all, reactant will be converted into activated complex or the transition state. Then this activated complex or transition state will decompose into the formation of product. So this is simple conversion. And during the or for the formation of activated complex, what happens? Reactant molecules come close together. They will collide on each other, and they will try to raise their energy. That after increasing in their energy, they achieve their energy, or they raise their energy up to certain minimum value, and that minimum value is nothing but a essential condition for the formation of activated complex. So here simple thing is that for the formation of activated complex, reactant molecules comes come close to come close together. They will collide with one another, and then they will raise their energy at the highest enthalpy state, and that state is called as the activated complex or the transition state. Then definitely reactant molecules will raise their energy. It means that the energy of reactant molecule is going to change in the form of activated complex, and the energy difference between the reactant and the activated complex is called as the energy of activation. So this is the important term that we are going to discuss here, this energy of activation. So this is the energy difference between reactant and the intermediate state, that we call it as the activated complex or the transition state. If we will consider the energy difference between reactant and the activated complex, then that energy difference is called as the energy of activation. So definitely the value of energy activation is very important in order to decide the rate of reaction. So what is the value of energy of activation? That value will decide the rate of any chemical reaction. It means that the contribution of this energy of activation is very important. Again, if we will discuss about the molecules, then the molecules which have minimum energy up to activation energy are called as the activated molecules. So I hope you will be able to try to understand here. Those molecule which has some certain amount of energy, or certain minimum amount of energy which is equal to the energy of activation, then that molecules which has energy equal to the energy of activation are called as the activated molecules, and only activated molecules will be converted into product. This is very important. Not all reactant molecules in the reaction never convert into product. Only those reactant molecules which are able to achieve their energy, or which are able to raise their energy equal to the energy of activation, these molecules can be only converted into product. Other molecules will not. That's why the rate of reaction depends upon the value of energy of activation, and this is given by Arrhenius. It's very interesting to know about this energy of activation in order to explain the rate of reaction. So according to the Arrhenius equation, it gives the relationship between temperature and rate of reaction. So according to the Arrhenius equation, as temperature increases, the reactant molecules acquire more thermal energy and their collision frequency increases. And the collision between the two molecules is very important to form the activated complex, electron which will decompose into the formation of products. So that's definitely, whenever the temperature of the reaction increases, then the reactant molecules acquire more and more thermal energy, and hence the collision between the molecules increases, means the collision frequency increases. So here we will be able to define the energy of activation with the help of some diagram. So more reactant molecules reach to the activated complex or the transition state, and definitely we will get the formation of more product. So if we will increase the temperature, definitely more molecule will acquire the energy, thermal energy, and there will be more collision between them, and definitely more reactant molecules will reach to transition state or activated complex state. It means that the more reactant molecule will be able to form activated complex. So this fraction of reactor molecule get converted into, okay, let me tell you first thing is that actually already I told energy of activation. I can explain this energy of activation with the help of this. So this is the diagram that explains the energy of activation. Molecules which have minimum energy up to activation energy are called as activated molecules, that already I told you. So this is the reactant. For example, this is the reactant, that is hydrogen iodide, which get converted to activated complex or the transition state. So this is the transition state. I hope we will be able to see this transition state. So this is the reactant, this is a reactant, and this is what, this is the transition state. This is that we call it the transition state or the activated complex, and this is the product. So energy difference between this transition state or the activated complex and the reactant. So this value is called as the energy of activation. So this is called as the energy active. Actually, this is the exothermic reaction, and this is the endothermic reaction. Again, this is the reactant, this is the transition state, this is the reactant, and the energy difference between these two is called as the energy of activation. So these are the diagrams which just help us to understand the concept of activation energy and the activated complex. So I hope we'll be able to understand this. So the fraction of molecules of the reactor molecules converting into transition state. If this fraction is more, definitely the activated complex will be more, product will be more, and the rate of reaction will be also more. So the fraction of reactor molecule is given by F is equal to e raised to minus EA upon RT according to the Arrhenius. So what is F? What is EA? F is the fraction of molecule converting into transition state or the activated complex. So this E suffix A is the energy of activation. This capital T is the absolute temperature, and R is the constant, that is gas constant. So here, as this fraction of reactor molecule converting into transition state of the activated complex is given by the F. So this means that if the fraction is more molecules will be converting into transition state. It means that the product will be more, means the rate of reaction will be more, and the rate constant of such a reaction will be also more. It means that this fraction decides the value of K, rate constant K. It means that rate constant is depends upon the fraction of molecule converting into activated complex of the transition state. It means that the value of this rate constant and the fraction of molecules converting into transition state, these are the directly proportional. If this fraction is more, rate constant will be more, it means the rate of reaction will be more. So this proportionality sign can be removed with the help of this A. We have taken this A as a constant, so we got the equation K is equal to A into fraction of molecule converting into activated molecules, and this F is fraction is given by e raised to minus E upon RT. So this equation is known as the Arrhenius equation in exponential form, and it can be transformed, it can be converted, it can be transformed into the logarithmic form. And for that purpose, definitely what we have to do, we have to take the log of both sides. Again, up to the simplification, after taking the log of both sides, if we will simplify, then we got log of this K, log of A into E. Later on log E becomes 1, and simply we got log K is equal to log A minus EA upon RT. And if we will plot the graph of log K, we will plot the graph of log K versus 1 upon T, then 1 upon T, then definitely we will get a such type of the straight line, and the slope of this line, if we will calculate the slope of this line, then the slope of this line will be equal to what? Will be equal to the energy of activation. So by plotting the graph of log K versus 1 upon T, it gives a straight line having some value of y-intercept, but the slope of this line directly will give you the value of energy of activation of such step the chemical reaction. So this is the nature of the graph that we may get for this log K versus log 1 upon T. Then the slope of this line will be equal to the energy of activation of the chemical reaction. So dear friends, when the rate constant K1 and K2 are determined at two different temperatures, because already I told you, if the temperature is changed or the temperature increased, then the rate of reaction also increases. It means that the rate of reaction depends upon the temperature. It means that the rate constant of any chemical reaction depends upon the temperature. And if we will measure the two rate constant at two different temperature, then definitely the Arrhenius equation in the logarithmic form can be written in terms of natural log for the temperature T1 having rate constant K1 is given by ln of K1 minus ln of A minus E upon R T1, and for the another temperature T2 having rate constant K2, this is the another equation for the another temperature having rate constant K2. If we will take the, that is equation second minus equation second minus equation first. If we will take the difference of these two equation, then definitely ln of k2 minus ln of k1, then this is the same quantity. As we are taking the difference, it will get cancelled, and definitely the common terms is ea upon r in the bracket, that 1 upon t1 minus 1 upon t2. I hope we'll get clear. This minus this, still we are getting 1 upon t1 minus 1 upon t2. Why this is so? Because we have not written this negative sign. If we will write the negative sign here, then it will be first of all 1 upon t2 minus 1 upon t1, but here we are not considering the negative sign. That's why the first term is 1 upon t1 minus 1 upon t2. I hope we will get simple. It's a simple mathematical calculation that you will be able to know about this. Okay, so as this simple mathematical simplification, or there is a one rule that log of a minus log of b will be equal to log of a upon b. Therefore natural log of k2 minus natural log of k1, it will becomes natural log of k2 upon k1. Again, the cross multiplication, we can make the cross multiplication here also. After making all simple simplifications, we will get the equation that this natural log can be converted into log to the base 10 by multiplying 2.303, and again it will be same. And if you make the cross multiplication of this, definitely it will be 2.303 upon into log of k2 upon k1 is equal to ea upon r into bracket. So this is cross multiplication, t2 into 1 t2 minus 1 into t1 t2 minus t1 divided by t1 into t2. So this is a simple. So here by using this equation, definitely we will be able to calculate what? We will be able to calculate the energy of activation of any chemical reaction if we will measure the rate constant k1 and k2 at two different temperatures and t1 and t2. It means that whenever we will measure or we will obtain the values of k1 and k2 at two different temperatures t1 and t2 respectively, definitely we will be able to calculate the value of its energy of activation. So it's very simple that so Arrhenius equation can be written in exponential form, and it can be also written in the logarithmic form. Even it can be also written in the logarithmic form at two different temperature having rate constant k1 and k2. So here based upon the Arrhenius equation, we will be also able to discuss some numerical, and for that purpose for one chemical reaction is given in which A is the reactant, B is the product, which is the first order reaction. And in this reaction the rate constant becomes double whenever the temperature changes from 27 degrees Celsius to 127 degrees Celsius. What happens? Rate constant becomes double. Means suppose the earlier rate constant k1 at temperature 27 degrees Celsius, and for the final temperature suppose the rate constant is another k2, then the next rate constant becomes double of the initial one. So here the condition is k2 is equal to twice of earlier k1. So this is the condition is given to you, and in this case we have to calculate the energy of activation. So remember that here the two temperatures are given. The temperature T1 is 27 degrees Celsius and temperature T2 is 127 degrees Celsius. First of all, you have to convert this temperature into the degree Kelvin by adding 293. So this is, we can discuss the solution to calculate the energy of activation for this reaction. Definitely we have this formula. So we have this formula which will be helpful for us to calculate the value of energy of activation, because here definitely the value of R is provided here, gas constant 8.314, and definitely so what we have to do, we have to put the value of K2, K1, R, T2, T1 in this equation, and definitely we can make the simple simplifications. And after making the simplification, after making the calculation, we will be able to calculate the value of energy of activation. So it's very simple to discuss the numericals of this. So by using the above equation, the activation energy can be obtained by measuring the rate constant K1 and K2, at two different temperature. But the simple thing is that we have to put the value of K2 as 2K1. So this K1 and K1 you will get cancel. Only you have to see the log of 2, and definitely it's very simple. So we will discuss this numerical in the next part of the video, and in that part we will also discuss the another theories which are also responsible to explain the rate of reaction, like collision theory or the transitions theory. So it's very simple. So dear friends, we will resume in the next part of the video to discuss the numericals as well as another theories which are used to explain the rate of reaction again. So thank you once again.